What's up, sports fans? I'm Rene Garza Jr.
And I'm Freddie Guevara.
And welcome to another episode of Tailgate 956, a sports show that covers sports across the Valley and the Lone Star State. Now, before we get started on today's show, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. Apogee Comics, the best in independent comic books. If you're looking for a great read, make your next comic book Apogee. Find Apogee Comics all throughout social media and on their website at www.apogeecomics.com.
And Rick's Auto Shop for all your auto repair needs.
Located on Indiana Street in Brownsville.
Yes, sir.
My brother, Freddie, how have you been, my man?
You watching these Mavericks?
Oh, Mavericks, let's get into it. Basketball, man.
Man, these Dallas Mavericks have been, doing their jobs. Luka, crazy. Washington got crazy at the beginning with all them threes in the beginning in the first two games. But he kind of slowed down on that. They kind of had a hiccup over here in the middle of the series, but nonetheless, got that win.
No, see, I know you were texting me throughout the whole game. I couldn't mention because I was on the road. But you're like, dude, are you watching this? I'm all like, no.
Oh my God, it was game 4. Well, I think it was game 3, the one that was like, oh my God, one of the ones because they were leading in the fourth quarter by 10 points, and then they lost, and then they lost. I was like,
Yeah.
But this last game, they were leading by 20 and came up like 5 points short, and then again Oklahoma started with those threes, and coming back. They kept on coming back. They didn't stop it. I'm like, man, we're gonna have to go to game 7, right? And then all of a sudden, boom. Man,
no, I honestly feel like it's like we were saying earlier. I think it's gonna go down right to the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Dallas Mavericks.
Like we said.
It's like we said. They were both playing phenomenal. But I feel like when it came to the Nuggets, like they didn't have that drive. Or maybe it's just me, the way you look at Johnny, because it seems like guy's mind's on somewhere else, you know.
It looks like he's somewhere else.
He's somewhere. He's thinking about the house. He's thinking about his horses. I respect to him. But yeah, like, you know. Like, hey, man. Hey, man, what about the game? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Man, pay attention over there.
Yeah. But, but the Mavericks, once again,
they're showing
beating the odds.
Yes,
beating the odds.
Number 5 beat number 1.
Exactly.
Oklahoma Thunder was number 1.
Yeah,
the number 1 seed.
And everyone expected the Mavericks to bounce. It was going to be like a sweep. Once again, they underestimated.
Who especially?
Man. Speaking of who, I think Stephen A. Smith.
What was that all about?
You saw that, right? So that ended up being actually true. That true, right?
Oh my God, that was ridiculous. That's something you don't do.
Yeah,
you don't do that.
Yeah. You know, take your lickings like a champ. Yeah. You were wrong about them. You know, pretty much getting blasted away by the Thunder. But hey, at least show up and take
4-2 series.
Yeah, exactly.
4-2.
Exactly.
Any more though?
Yeah. You were wrong about how they were going to perform. You know.
Yeah, very wrong.
Yeah. And even if that it makes you look more obnoxious. Yeah. You're a professional journalist. Nobody's taking away from you.
I give you more credit to Steve. You would have stayed.
I'm like, man, do you dislike Dallas that much?
I know, man.
Does your hatred of the Cowboys go beyond towards the city of Dallas?
The city of Dallas? What did Dallas ever do to you, man?
Exactly. What did they do to you?
What did Dallas do to you, man? I'm sorry. Oh, well.
Hey, I honestly think that's pretty to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But either way, hey, when you doubt a team like that, hey, keep on hating because they'll feed off it.
Yep, sure. Exactly. And the Mavericks certainly did in this series, like they did, because they dominated, and it was they did have to move a lot of pieces around. Luka did have to become a big rebounder. He did a lot of rebounds and assists. He was averaging like 38 points a game, 34.
Yeah.
Now he's barely hitting those 30, like 29, 28 games, but he's getting more assists and more because they already know they're attacking Luka.
And that's why I like how Luka, like each game, no matter what, he doesn't drop a gear. It's always 30-some points that he's always dropping too.
He learns from it. That's what makes him a great player.
That's another thing too, that he learns from it as well.
Yeah, he does stuff to make his team succeed.
Yes.
And other players need to step it up like they did in certain different games Irving was really good in this game. Washington kind of finished it off with those free throws. I like, although he began it, and he ended it. But yeah, like
he didn't start it, but he darn sure finished it.
Definitely, man. I was like, what? When he was doing those free throws.
Yeah.
Blowing my mind.
Yeah. But you know what? That's another couple of notes that, our other Texas basketball teams, the Rockets and Spurs, should take note of. Like, hey, come in clutch next season and dominate.
Yes, definitely. They need to go ahead. I mean, Spurs, like we said it before, they need somebody like Luka. Like,
they need somebody solid. I mean, they need somebody solid. That's for sure.
I mean, this next set of games is gonna be challenging. Although
definitely,
well, because Timberwolves are no joke.
Yeah,
they're just as tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's keeping it real.
Yeah,
they're gonna go ahead and have a tough series. But you know what? I do believe that they can win. I honestly do believe they're there. I mean, hey, they were the 5 seed and they beat 1, and they beat, what was it, 1 and 2? I think 1 or 2. No, 1 and 4, I believe.
Yeah.
They took them down. I mean, with just one Thunder, that's a big deal for me.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Like I said, tonight they play up against another team that, in my opinion, there's no joke. There's no joke. Anthony Edwards and the rest of the Timberwolves, it's going to be a slugfest. It's going to be a slugfest.
And I'm going to be honest with you. They beat the Timberwolves. I have no doubt in my mind they will definitely win.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be champions.
Oh, yeah. They'll be I think, for me, this is my opinion, the biggest threat right now for them to overcome is the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yes, they're
like
the
when it comes to the Celtics and Pacers, no disrespect to that team.
No.
But I feel like it's going to be a lot more easier to manage more than the Minnesota Timberwolves.
It's a harder division.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I mean that's like you said, the only obstacle beating them. I feel like this is the finals. I feel like this is finals. It's going to be an interesting game.
It's going to be, and tonight's game 1.
Game 1.
So tune in, guys. Tune in.
Game
definitely.
1, baby.
Yeah.
Go Mavs.
Yes, go Mavs. But speaking of Mavericks that couldn't cut the cake, the UT Arlington, they lost against our opener, against our boys in the against the Vaqueros, jumping into baseball as our boys, the Vaqueros, took in the Western Athletic Conference.
Nice.
Yeah. And they dominated them. It was 8-5.
Wow. To start, is that starting from the?
Yeah, it was the opener. It was the opener
for the tournament. Nice.
Yeah.
Wish them the best of luck, and we know they can go ahead and go far, man.
And these cats, they definitely can play ball.
Man, exciting to see.
Yeah. Oh, like straight up, they almost had us around the 5th inning. They started to catch up with a 3-run, and afterwards it was random little spurts of between 7 and 9. But mostly the dominating strikes when it came from our boys, the Vaqueros.
We need to go catch one of those playoff games.
Oh, yeah, we definitely.
What tournament game? Sorry,
yeah,
tournament.
No, we do. When it comes to Adrian Torres, Martin Vasquez, sorry if I mispronounced, Manu Easton, CJ Valdez, you guys keep it up. Keep taking the team to the distance, and we can't wait for all the dubs that you guys bring to the Great of the Valley. Definitely.
And that trophy at the end.
Yeah, definitely. But, unfortunately, I got a bone to pick, jumping more to baseball.
Oh.
Got a little... take out my glasses.
All right, let's take it up a notch.
My blood pressure is about to go high here. The city of Houston, the Astros. Our guys, they've been picking up speed. They swept the cityless A's. I say cityless because, come on, neither city wants them,
Hey, and they jumped from bottom to number 3 right now. In the
that whole little nick, the last throw, they are very clever, but it's not going to stick, guys. That's for sure. Although, even though besides the umpire of Las Diaz, third base umpire, I have a bone to pick with that guy because what he did to Ronel Blanco was injustice.
I was like, what? It
was injustice for the fact of not me being a biased,
But because it's happened before.
But being a baseball fan in general, I feel I'm putting my glasses because I'm real blind. I just wanted to set the mood.
Let's see how serious I am.
Yeah. Like,
this is serious stuff.
Like as a baseball fan, what occurred that day was uncalled for. He should have not thrown him out.
Unnecessary.
Yeah. The rosin, the sweat. Yeah, it was on this arm. It wasn't on his hand. And even at that, it's known that he was telling the umpire, he was telling Diaz, "Hey, look at my hand. Look at my pitching hand. Do I have any sticky substance there? Is there anything there?" No, he didn't even acknowledge that. He just threw him out. Be like, 10-game suspension. And even at that, even if he wanted to repeal it, it was going to be another 2 days.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's going to cost him more games.
It's going to cost more.
So he took it
because if he loses for whatever reason. I mean, it was already an unfair call. It was an unfair call. Why would he be looking for a fair call now? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And here's kind of like the biased, hypocritical thing that they have against our Texas teams. Now I'm including the Rangers as well too, because for some odd reason they have something against our teams, and especially the Astros as well too. The New York Yankees last season, one of the umpires caught one of the pitchers. I forget his name off the top of my head, but he had a sticky substance as well too. Apparently, I don't know if it was Ross, the same thing that Ronel Blanco had, but you know what it was? He just told him, "Hey, go wash your hands, get a new glove." Recently, same thing. Another pitcher from the Dodgers this season, same thing. "Hey, go wash your hands, get a new glove." But our guys. Something like that happened. You wait for him at the mound, the third inning. Oh, you see your glove? Oh no! Oh, you're out of here. 10-game suspension. You appeal it to IPR. What is that? What is that?
There's no point for appealing.
Why is that being biased? Why discriminate there? Because with the Houston Astros, because of what happened in that controversy or whatnot. Yeah. Come on.
And of course, waiting for the article. That's where I was like, I went and told you straight about that, because I was like, they put in the article, Blanco, the one that pitched the no hitter right after like that. Check it out.
When we said that, like this is recently he had no hitter because of the sticky substance. And then he comes out saying, "Oh, that was the stickiest substance I ever seen." Oh, come on, dude! You knew you were wrong. You caught red-handed, but you stuck to your guns and you dug yourself even worse.
We all know. Oh man, that is not the stickiest subject you've touched.
No. Like that wasn't the sticky stuff ever. Like, come on. There's been worse stuff that the pitchers have been caught with.
Don't lie.
Yeah, don't lie. Exactly.
Don't lie.
Exactly. Don't lie. And here's the thing that like upsets me, that he still stuck to his guns, and everyone knows it was right. And those people that wrote those articles found out about that. And where's the story? Huh? The only time that they want to mention the Astros is in negativity.
Negative terms.
Yeah, negative terms. But no, they didn't say anything about, hey, you know what? The Astros have been on the up and up. They finally beat that one game against the Yankees. Yeah, it was one game. What did I say? I'd be happy if they win one game. But that means they have the stuff to come out of that rut, that they're the team that they're meant to be.
They're getting there.
Yeah. Oh, but what did they talk about? That one home run from Judge. Oh my God! It wasn't even that high.
And it was the game that they lost too.
Yeah.
On top of
even at that. But did they give props to the Astros? No. Why? What's his hatred towards this team?
What's going on here? Like,
you know what I mean? Like, they proved time and time again that they're a dominant team. They proved time and time again that they're a dominant team.
They've been doing awesome, man. They came back.
Yeah.
They're doing
they barely lost yesterday, and it was because of a little simple mistake. And even they were already catching up. They lost 9-7. Hopefully tonight, by the time our show's done, the game's already starting.
Yeah.
But you know what? I feel that they'll take the series. They'll take the series. The other two games. But back to what I was saying when it came to the Ronel Blanco thing, is that, man, if that was the case, if he was having this like a sticky substance or an illegal substance in hand, those innings that he pitched, there would have been no hitter. He was kind of having an off night too. Those first two runs at bat, at the mound, they already had guys on the bases. So if he was cheating, I'd say he was.
It wasn't benefiting.
Yeah. It wasn't working in his favor. He would have had nobody on base. It would have been another no hitter supposedly. But I guess last Diaz had something against him, or he realized, oops, I messed up. But you know what? I'm going to stick to my guns because I'm a hard-headed umpire.
Well, and apart from that other time, has there been other instances where this has happened too?
No, there hasn't been. Like with the other pitchers, that's why I go back to. Like,
no. Like if there another time, because how often would you say this happens?
It doesn't usually happen at all. It's even at that. Ron Buck said, I didn't know it was illegal to have it on this arm, on this arm where the glove was at. But apparently, like his sweat ran down there. But like apparently, like it's not even an illegal substance or anything like that. It was considered that. That's why you threw him out. And honestly, why in the third inning did he go to the mound and wait for him? Usually they always check him beforehand. Mm-hmm. Why is it? Because somebody in the A's would be like, hey, you know what? The Astros are kicking their butts. They're cheating. Typical A's, the Llorones. Yeah.
In all honesty, too, like why do that? Why not check them before?
Yeah, exactly. What's
going on there? But yeah, of course, they wanted to make it a show.
Yeah. They want to like pretty much use the scapegoats as like, oh, you know, the Astros and the MLB, and I don't know where the haters. Oh, of course the Astros are cheating. I'm not surprised. Blah 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 blah. But you know what? Continue hating. We feed off it. Yeah, and for me, I consider the Astros the bad boys of the MLB.
Hey, Blanco is coming back.
Oh, he comes back Sunday. He's coming back Sunday. Yeah. You just made him stronger.
Yeah, he's going to have something to prove.
You struck him down, but he's going to become stronger than you could possibly imagine. That's right. I used a Star Wars reference. But, you know what? I still stand by my Stros, and I know we're going to go the distance. We're already in third place.
They cut that quick.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
Cut that
we're 5 games below. We're 5 games behind. We've been 4, but unfortunately we lost yesterday. But hey,
hopefully tonight, maybe that changes tonight.
We got this. Let's keep going. Momentum.
Yeah, you see the traction.
Yes.
See the traction going.
Gaining momentum.
Come on.
Momentum. Yes.
They can do this. I mean, definitely they can do this. They got the tools. They just gotta use them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the Rangers, well, the Rangers are doing great, 24-24.
They're doing 2 well split even, 24-24.
Yeah. But still, like, once again, I go back to the biased journalism that they don't cover our guys enough. But if it's the Yankees or the Dodgers, they're all over that.
These guys always getting covered, and none of the Texas teams get the publicity they need.
But right here on this show with us, let it be known that we will cover Texas team because there's a Texas team, and we will show the love that our Texas teams deserve. That's for sure.
Well, definitely, that's what we're here for, to show love to our Texas teams.
Yeah, exactly.
To support and everything.
And right now, the Rangers are up against the Phillies, the bottom of the third. They're tied. Let's bring that win home, guys. Let's go Rangers.
Definitely need that win against the Phillies.
No, yeah, definitely. Put those Phillies in their place.
Hurt their feelings.
Make Stephen A. Smith mad again. We should get that on the shirt.
I love that.
We should get that on the shirt. Right?
Yeah, we should definitely.
But before we jump into another one of our favorite sports, let's give another shout out to our sponsors. Apogee Comics, the best independent comic books. If you're looking for a great read, make your next comic book Apogee. Find Apogee Comics all throughout social media and on their website at www.apogeecomics.com.
And Rick's Auto Shop for all your auto repair needs.
Located on Indiana Street in Brownsville. Now, my brother, this downtime schedules came out.
Well, I mean, just another thing that
sleep has been lost. Sleep has been gained. Blood pressure's up and down.
I mean, we play every team that's went to the playoffs. I mean, seriously, our schedule is tough. It's gonna be a tough season. Now, I guess one of the questions is, because everybody's already looking down, apart from everything, the decisions that they've been making off-season of the Cowboys. I'm going to be honest with you, I was one of them that was kind of, but like I said, I changed my mind. I like what they did with their offensive line, and I'm intrigued to say, at least wait and see how dangerous this line is, how much of a threat our offensive line can end. Hopefully, it will be. And if it does, I feel like their plan, whatever their plan is, will work.
Yeah.
Which is better, more accurate throws by Prescott, more time for him to throw, deeper throws to Lamb, of course, and also the running game should improve no matter who is in the back, because if we have that dangerous line, as hopefully we do, anybody can run through it.
Now, here's the thing. I feel, if we were talking about this, that the defensive line pretty much locked in, that Micah finally has the help that he's needed.
Well, hopefully that's what we're waiting to see, that the edge rusher that they got.
Yeah.
That edge rusher that they got, I'm hoping he can provide the assistance that, Micah needs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that way he can put pressure, and that way they can take off the double team on him all the time.
Yeah.
And the holding, because apart from double team, they have to hold him.
Yeah.
We saw that almost every game.
And they wouldn't call him. They wouldn't call.
Yeah,
that's true.
That really irritated me, because Micah could have had I don't know how many penetrations through and got chances to go ahead and make changes, make those plays that we needed, honestly. But they kept on holding him. They kept on holding him, and that hopefully they give him the assistance that he needs. Yeah.
Not now, when it comes to the lineup of the teams they're going to face, which is a tough schedule. I'm looking at it right now.
It's tough.
It's a tough schedule.
We play everybody in the playoffs.
But I've been hearing, and we're not the only people, and I know it's the stereotypical sense that people say, oh, this is our year. This is our year.
Of course.
But, and we've discussed it before too, I feel that I sound like a broken record saying that this last year's loss was a hard hit.
No, it was.
And I think it woke up something. And I feel like this year, a lot of people are saying that this is our year, and I don't know why. Feel like there's some, the oomph to those words.
Well, for whatever reason, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So, at the end of the season, I do feel that if we have as a successful season as we've had previous years, which is 10-3, 10-4 kind of games, with these teams that we're playing against, I have no doubt in the playoffs that we'll go ahead, because right now we play the toughest teams out there, that are gonna go ahead and honestly the only I would say that the threat out there will be Chiefs on the other side. That would be really, really the threat.
The Swifties and Chiefs.
The Swifties, let's get Swifty. But honestly, I do see that if we have a successful season, everybody better watch out, because playoffs will be no threat. Of course, assuming because of the teams while we play, but those playoff jitters for Dak. I don't know.
See, and that's another thing. That's the other thing. Yeah, it feels different, but then there's that lingering and it's Dak Prescott.
Well, the reason is because the problem, to me, my opinion, is still there. The problem is still there. You've changed so many things, yet you don't change the problem. The problem is Dak. We already know what he cannot do.
No.
You know what I mean? We've known his limitations. For sure, you can't beat the 49ers.
No.
You can't beat them. Maybe he'll do it this season. I would say, I want to say this will be his last opportunity. If he doesn't play him in the playoffs again, I believe this will be his last opportunity during the season.
I feel like either or. If he does it or not, this is his last year in his contract. And same for Mike McCarthy as well too.
I really do agree. I believe, surprisingly, Coach McCarthy is on a harder seat than Dak. I don't know why. I really don't. Has he really brought in much? No, but I can't really put the blame on him more. At the beginning of the season, playing with the Cowboys, the first couple of seasons, there was a lot of things that were his fault. Calling timeouts and not mismanaging time unwisely, not making smart decisions. But in all cases, really that didn't affect us in the playoffs.
Yeah.
At least not this playoff game.
No.
This past one. So I really can't put the blame on him. I really can't say that the blame is on him. But nonetheless, successful season. Good. Unsuccessful. Mike McCarthy is on the hot seat to get kicked out.
Yeah. You know, despite that he is a Super Bowl style
experience.
Of coach. Yes, Super Bowl experience coach. Yes.
I mean, he did have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
I will say. I mean, he did have Aaron Rodgers, but I mean, and Dak is no Aaron Rodgers. Not even now. Not even right now. Crippled.
Well, he's not crippled anymore. He recovered.
Oh, dude, no one to retire, but you know, I mean, you know what? Show me off. I guess. Show me off. And make me in my words. I say that turkey has cooked.
Yeah. Pretty much, I agree with you on that too. Now the schedule of the Texans, it looks pretty good. It looks what the Cowboys wish they had.
Definitely. But you know what? I think it's still good. Mm-hmm. I like it, and it'll give Houston a good opportunity to level up at a certain pace.
Yeah.
Because I mean, CJ is still a young quarterback, so it'll give him and boost him to the confidence he needs. And go ahead and do that.
I agree.
Because either way, this is the NFL, and that's still going to be a challenge. They're not just playing, you know, they're not playing Madden.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be no Madden scores. Even though in our head they're like, they could be better.
So I agree, though. I agree, probably that. He's gonna have to learn, and he's gonna do mistakes. I mean, nonetheless, and this is an opportunity to make those mistakes and still get that win with teams like these. And that's what I like about their schedule. I think that's what's gonna help the Houston Texans on the playoff run.
Yeah, I agree completely.
But they better not get too confident on the season during the season, and hopefully on the playoffs they don't get overconfident.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will. The kind of lineup they have, the kind of coaching, the kind of leadership as well that CJ Sharp brings to the locker room as well. I think they have pretty solid, and I think they're going to go the distance.
Is the only reason why I say CJ is one thing and the coach is another, but they have a lot of veteran players. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
they have a lot of one-year contracts. Those veteran players, they sometimes can get too, you know, too full of themselves. They need everybody to be put.
I see your point with that.
Put in their place and know that even though the season, or even if they have a very successful season, pre-season, they need to know the playoffs. You know what? Hey, we start off from zero. We need to win this by a long shot. Or we can beat them, and we know we're gonna beat. No, hey, we need to beat them. They're good. They're a team. They're here in the playoffs. They're here for a reason. We need to make sure not get too confident.
Yeah, and honestly, like the way this team has grown is phenomenal, and so is the fandom. Like I said before.
Oh, definitely.
Me as a fan, like I like them. I like the Cowboys more, but like I like them. But me becoming a bigger Texans fan is because of that quarterback.
No, CJ's bringing a whole bunch of new fans to Houston.
See, and here's where I go to my next thought here. When it comes to the fandom, a lot of people saying there are a lot of bandwagoners jumping board that used to be Cowboys fans.
Of course.
They're now jumping to the Texans fans. What's your view when it comes to that?
They're not fans. They're not. They're fans that jump around. They're always like going to, okay, who's the star now?
And who's
doing good right now?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like there's a whole bunch of Chiefs fans now. Yeah. All of a sudden, and those Chiefs fans that moved to there recently, the new fans were probably Patriots fans before. So they're moving around. Yeah. Of course, that's what's gonna happen. I mean, let's say, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but like let's say Houston start losing. Those fans are gonna pull away. Or where are those fans gonna be? They're not gonna. They don't stick. A real fan sticks with their teams. Win, lose, doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Years of pain, like the Cowboys. You're still there. We're still here. We're not leaving. That's a true fan.
Yes, exactly, and I stand by that too as well. But among those bandwagon fans are actual fans that were dedicated fans to the Cowboys, but because of this playoff loss, really broke their spirits, and they see a higher spirit when it comes to this team.
I no fan would do that.
I'm just
no fans would do that. No true fan would do that.
Mm-hmm.
A true fan would not do that. I mean, yes, it's so hard and everything. Maybe if honestly, if I would say if it would be ever come to that, like let's say, I give up. Yeah. I would just not be a fan and just watch football. How would I be able to go for another team that I rooted against, or I was always like, okay, or for the same reason, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was always like, because it's always Cowboys and you hate the Texans, or the Texans hate the Cowboys.
Or if you're a Nationals fan, you can't be a Cowboys fan. Who says I can't be?
Yeah.
Who says I can't be? Like, who are you to say that to me?
Usually, for the same reason, it's always one or the other. If you're a Cowboys fan, you don't, but you see, that's why I'm saying no. True fans, they'll stick. Like, I'll be like mad at my team. I'll be like, why are you doing these decisions? But I would probably become a non-existent fan, and just watch football before I even become another team fan.
No, and I agree. I agree with you completely. It's those kind of fans that I've known some people close to me that I start watching football because there's certain people that they make it too much of a big thing bandwagon wise, and in other words, te quita las ganas o te mata el rollo.
Yes. I've had a friend that is like, okay, who do you, who do you go for? This team or the player? And then it's like, sometimes it's the player, or now you're going for this team and now you're going for that. I'm like, what? And then you're criticizing my team? Yeah. I think that's what I hate the most. I was like, you're criticizing my team, but how many teams have you gone for now? Or who's your team?
Drop the 15.
Really? I'm like, no. If you've gone for, more than one team within 3-4 years. I think let's move it up. 3 teams, less than 3 years. You're a bandwagon fan.
No, and I agree completely. Especially when they came to the Astros, the little rough start that they're having. Man, that so many be like, the season's over. Sell the team. Like, whoa, sell the team. You see, sell the team. Calm down, dude.
Relax.
The season barely started. And even at that, we're doing a lot better than we started.
And that's what I was gonna say. Then you brought up a very good point. That's what I was about to say. Let's say, and I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen, but the Houston Texans start losing, and they don't have a successful season as a lot of people anticipate, because they're predicting. They're one of the most predicted.
I'm one of them seeing them they're going to dominate.
I think a lot of people see that.
I still stand by the team.
I still see that. But
even if they do lose,
let's say they start losing. You're going to see that those fans are going to go to another team. If it's not the Cowboys, it's going to be somewhere else. And that's what I mean. That's that's the kind of stuff that I'm telling you. They're going to eat those, and even if those fans that move from Cowboys over there, they're going to be one of the first ones to jump ship.
And when it comes to that kind of toxic fandom, for me, and I know you would agree with me as well, is that there's no room for that. Let the fans enjoy what they want to enjoy.
You see, even there's a limit. There's a limit to everything. And like I said, like we were talking about last time, what they were talking to Dak about. Okay, I don't like the guy, and I think that there's a need to change. But some fans take it too far, and oh my God, where do you live, or this is your they take it.
He's driving this car.
Yes, they take it too far, and they talking about stuff, family. And everything,
that's
and it's
too much.
No, that's too much. You know what I mean? You know what? I don't like the guy too, but I think change needs to be happen. But I don't go by that far. You know what I mean? So I understand Dak's brother saying that he wants him out, but whatever. I mean, you know what? Hey, unfortunately, he needs to understand too. You know what? That fans are you entered a team where fans are already tired.
And it's the fandom is strong in the sense that they believe in their team.
We need somebody that's going to do the job. If not, go.
Yeah.
Beat it. You know, we need somebody that's gonna get us the W's, or gonna get us the playoffs, and get us that Super Bowl win. That's what we're looking for. And I'm sorry, we're one of those. It's like, especially me. I call it as a CM. They're my team, but if they're doing something wrong, I'm gonna call it.
No, same thing with the Stros.
Something wrong, yeah.
Same thing with the Stros. If they're messing up, I'm gonna call them out on it as well too.
And that is true fans.
Exactly.
Because we love you and we'll criticize you.
Yeah.
We need to tell you what you're doing wrong.
Yes.
But one thing we don't do is jump ship.
Yes.
With that boat sinking, we're sinking with it.
Yeah. Like the Titanic, we're just playing that violin as it sinks. Here's the next season.
I'm gonna be complaining all this way. I'm gonna be rapping. That violin. We're shutting it down,
Dakota John. Dakota Prescott. That Madam Web movie still in my brain. Another bad movie. That's for another show.
Don't watch it.
Well, either or, we have 106 days, 5 hours, 10 minutes, and 45, 44,
and it would have been a lot
seconds left till NFL kickoff.
It would have been a lot closer for the Texas Showdown game, but they moved it. They moved it.
That's another thing, my brother. That's another thing. The Texas Showdown, homeboy.
Yeah, so we're gonna actually see. That's awesome. I think that's great.
Yeah,
we're gonna actually see the two Texas teams showdown.
Oh, yeah.
So and they moved it. They moved it to the middle of the season. I don't know though, but I hate it. Because the Cowboys they do bad after bye. Hopefully we don't play you guys. I don't know if it's after their bye week, but I hope we don't play you guys after the bye week. Or the Houston Texans, man. We hope we don't play. The Dallas doesn't play the Texans after their bye.
Let's find out.
At least 1 or 2 games afterwards would be nice. I mean,
November 18th. That's around. See how many games is that already?
Yeah, that's around the time that they have their bye, man. Their bye week.
Let's see, they have the
usually.
bye. No, they don't have a bye. I see their bye here. Already the schedule that I'm looking at this.
Yeah, they probably haven't like completely bet out. They usually have their bye week, maybe week 7, 8, maybe.
Yeah,
around there, maybe.
Yeah, no, it is. I think it's after their bye. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I hate I hate to see that, but nonetheless, it's gonna be a fun and exciting game. That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see CJ play against the Dallas defense.
Oh, that's gonna be that offensive line better. Like, oof.
It's going to be a good, even though, I mean, considering our offense, let's see how they do perform. But it's going to be a good challenge for the Houston defense.
Yeah, no, week 7, the Cowboys have the bye, and we face them on week 11. So where are we going to
that's great. Yeah. That's awesome.
But the game that we come back to as the Cowboys fans is against the 49ers.
Oh, so it's 49ers and then Houston, Texas.
No, 49ers, Hawks, Eagles, and then the Texans.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah,
that's still gonna be. We're still gonna.
Because I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna get that's gonna the 49ers win or lose is gonna be a tough game.
It's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough game, definitely.
Win or lose, that's gonna be a tough game.
And I know it's gonna be a revenge match from last year.
I don't even. I have no revenge left in me because Dak took that away from me. I don't have no. I have no I have nothing we're gonna win. We're gonna beat the 49ers this time. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, we already know Dak. How many times has he played the 49ers? And how many times has he lost against them? And you know what? It's two mistakes. Sorry to say, dumb mistakes. Because the first time we had the game, but you see that game was McCarthy. He used the timeouts. He mismanaged the time.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. I remember that. Yeah,
and the ref wanted to touch the ball first.
Yeah.
Dak was like, "No, my ball. I wanted to already." So that ran out of time, and but we were moving the ball, we were getting it there, and we got close. Dumb time management, McCarthy's fault. I'll blame him on that one.
You know, and I have to say, that's one problem that I do have with McCarthy, and you have it too, that he wastes their timeouts like...
Yeah, you need to be more careful, efficient.
With like the first 2 minutes, he's calling all the timeouts.
Yes.
Back to back. Like he'll spread it out. Spread it out.
They don't hurt as much as they do in the second half.
No, yeah, exactly.
The first half, fine. You know what?
Fine, yeah.
It's still towards the end of that the second quarter, it's useful.
Yeah.
But it's like you gotta. Well, at least me, you gotta treat it as the final game, like the final minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Like if it was fourth quarter, you know what I mean? You gotta tough it out, try to get as much as you can, tie it, or beat him as much as you can.
Yeah.
You know, that's my thinking. But yeah, like it hurts in the second half when you use. I mean, in the third, if you use a timeout in the third quarter, I think that's not right. Unless someone's dying out there, don't use the timeout.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I agree.
In the third quarter, I mean, at least use them in the fourth. But even then, I mean, those are very important types of calls. That's coaching, and that one I put it on McCarthy.
Yeah.
The second time, well, I mean, just ridiculously, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just interception after interception on Dak's part.
Definitely.
I mean, in that case, that's one of the games that I tell you they should have put Trey Lance and try to see what that boy got.
Yeah.
You know, who better than to play against the 49ers?
Now, here's another question that I have for you.
All right.
When it comes to quarterbacks, do you feel that in the draft they should have gotten a quarterback?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
That was quick.
Yeah, I know.
You're like,
I need to have a chance because that's what you want. Because you're gonna need as much chance as you can to pick a diamond, and you need a diamond as a quarterback in this league in the NFL. You need a quarterback that's good. That's a diamond. You know, and until you do, you got yourself some bowl rings. You know, I mean, look at everybody that's won in the past couple of years. You can't just do it. We're just talking about it too.
Yeah.
Because it's Chicago. We're talking about Chicago. Because they're just focusing on defense, building a defense, and not leaving the offense to what. You can't win on just defense now.
Yeah.
In this league nowadays, a defense cannot win you games. Just not at least not just the defense.
You need both solid offense and defense.
You need both, and you need at least minimum a QB that can go ahead and do some stuff.
And that's what we're talking about when it came to Justin Fields. I know it's Chicago football, but we're talking about it in general. Organization that they didn't build around him.
Yeah, they didn't.
They didn't. And like that's why they lost out to Pittsburgh. You need Pittsburgh now. Yeah.
Yep. But I mean, I really I would like to see what he's capable of. He's got a lot of potential, and I gotta see what he's got too, because I don't feel that he was given the opportunities in Chicago to go ahead and stretch his arms, stretch his legs, and say, hey, I can do this. I still feel like he can go ahead and show maybe. I want to. It's like Trey Lance. I don't know what he's got. I feel like I still don't feel like I know what Fields got. Is he good? Is he great? Is he average? Is he what?
I don't know why, but when it comes to Trey Lance, like I have a confidence in. I don't know why. To me, it is just me.
That confidence.
I have a confidence. I feel like he might be that missing ingredient if they only give him the opportunity. And I hope that this season they give him that opportunity.
I really do hope. One of the biggest things that they need to do is move that boy up to second string then, because as long as Rush is second string, they can't play him if they substitute him for Dak.
Yeah,
they can't. They won't be able to. So I mean that's one of the things. And I'm with you. If we keep Lance, I want to know and I want to see what we got. Yeah. If I got a new car, I want to test drive that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I want to see what he's got. I want to see what he's capable of. And like you said, he might be that missing ingredient. He might not. But what you never know until you try.
Right. Yeah, definitely. There's a reason he's there. There's a reason he's there. That's for sure.
Well, the thing is that there's a lot of talks of trading. They didn't use his franchise tag to go ahead and extend his contract to use that option.
I didn't know that.
I mean, that's a big thing. Because he was one of the. I'm sorry. round picks, close to first round picks.
Yeah.
So they had that option to go ahead and extend it for him.
Ooh.
So and they decided not to. So I mean that's something that you can kind of speculate on good or bad with Trey Lance. I would say more and more on the negative side of maybe the Cowboys dropping him.
Yeah.
But at least not this year. I definitely would not. I would go ahead and see. I mean, you got Trey Lance. You actually, traded him for stuff. You might as well see what he's got.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a high pick, so give him a chance.
I agree with you.
And who better? I'm not gonna lie than the Cowboys. I mean, we got good weapons. Our running game. We still gotta see how that goes. I mean, we do got a lot of running backs.
Yeah.
But our running game, I know we don't have the running game that we did before, but definitely in the throws and in the line, he looks to have a good, decent team. So who better than the Cowboys to have to give you that opportunity to go ahead and throw the ball?
Yeah, but with that many days left, I hope that they give him the opportunity. Hopefully in the preseason, those 3 preseason games, maybe they might give him a chance to.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely see him in the preseason playing. I definitely see him. But he's definitely going to play. But you see here, it's not the same. I feel like it's not the same. Even if he does successful, I would still say the same thing. I don't know what he's got. In all honesty. In all truthfulness, I mean it's good to take off a little bit of the jitters, a little bit of the dust off, a little bit of the rust. That's what I think preseason is good for. But nonetheless, not to see what a kid's got. He needs to play in a regular season game.
Yeah, that's going to be the real
challenge.
Yeah, it's going to be the real challenge, the real ticker.
Yep.
But hopefully, the preseason he plays.
Definitely.
Shows what he's made of, and they can move him second string.
It's gonna be promising. At least if he does successful, it's gonna be promising.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
Maybe that's what they're waiting for to see how he does in the preseason
That's what I mean.
Before they even make a decision on him.
Yeah,
maybe that's what they're gonna do.
And then even at that, when it comes to rumors as well, there's one that I told you about earlier that I've seen some people pop up about CD Lamb being upset.
Oh, I'd definitely be upset. Yeah. I saw the one the one you sent me.
Yeah.
Yes, I know it's been out. Actually, that one's been out for a while. And he chose not to go ahead and go to the combine or the what's it called? I think it was the practices that were on option.
Yeah.
Of course, you do have to go. But since he hasn't been paid yet, I agree. You know what I mean? Hey, where's my money at? I create this opportunity. I made some good numbers. I mean, he's, I would say, the top receiver in the NFL, if not top 5. No, I mean, I would say top 3 actually.
Yeah,
we wouldn't go past that. If they put him past 3, I don't know what top list you're looking at. At least with CD Lamb. And other receivers that have gotten paid, it would irritate me. It would if I was him. As a Cowboy fan, of course, I would be saying, why, dude? Come on, do it for the team. But, hey, everybody's got to get paid. I know I wouldn't work for free. I mean, if my job didn't pay me, right? Yeah. Nobody would. If you think about it that way. Think about it a little bit in his perspective. Will he get paid? Definitely. I don't see that there's a way out. That the Cowboys are going to go ahead and do the same thing they did with Pollard.
Yeah.
I don't see that. If they would, for one reason, is that they would have already done it.
Yeah,
it would have already happened. Now, how much is he gonna get paid? I don't know. If he's gonna be the top paying receiver, because I know somebody just broke a record.
Yeah,
and that just made it a lot harder on the Cowboys for CD Lamb.
Who was it? Yeah, sure, I heard about that too.
I think I'm not gonna lie to you. I know I don't know who it was, but it was, I believe, with the Chiefs. I think it was the Chiefs receiver.
Oh wait, what was his name? It's sure it was with the Chiefs.
Yeah,
his name escapes me.
Yeah, I forgot who it was, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that made it a lot harder, and I bet you that the Cowboys were like, oh crap, because he's gonna expect more money, because I mean,
Jerry Jones is like,
gotta get it, break that piggy bank.
Where's my wallet?
Where's my wallet? Gotta get in those saving funds.
Right.
My vacation funds. God dang, CD. But, I mean, one of the things that I did kind of see at the beginning, and I am kind of nervous, and I did see, is I do believe CD kind of thought that Dak was going to leave.
No.
And I feel like he was confident in that because he was like, this guy's already done too much damage, too many mistakes.
His goose is cooked.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's another issue.
Yeah.
And since he kind of like stayed, I feel like that's what's causing more of this kind of not going to practice. I feel like CD would have gone to practice even though he wouldn't have gotten paid. Like I just believe that there's something else. In my opinion, what I see is I feel like there's something else cooking amongst the whole thing,
like a little mini protest in a sense.
Yeah, I think that's more the problem. And seeing that he's off that staying, he kind of like because he as a receiver,
a lot of us were like,
yeah, a lot of us. But him more because he's a receiver. I mean, he's gonna be the one throwing them the ball. You know, he probably wanted something different because he knows, he understands it's not working.
Yeah.
You know, him as a receiver probably thought that and wanted something different.
Yeah.
Probably gonna have to wait until another year, but I will say, mark my words, that CD might not stay with the Cowboys next year if they, I mean, for one, the contract. If the contract doesn't make him stay beyond 1 year. And then second is if Dak doesn't, if he has the same type of year and he doesn't get a step in. If he stays, I do believe Lamb will be irritated and will be, you know what, this is it.
Hopefully we get Lamb's full potential this season and not get, you know, what would happen with Diggs. You know, like him not wanting to be there and, you know, not putting his full effort into winning.
Well, I don't see that happening. Well,
not saying Diggs is like, you know.
Oh, Diggs. Okay, no, you're talking about Lamb.
I'm talking about Lamb pulling the Diggs.
Lamb pulling. Well, that's what.
I'm not saying that, you know, Diggs did that, but I'm just saying.
That's what I feel like will happen next season if that's the case.
Oh,
I feel like
stays.
I don't think Lamb's at that point yet. It's still pretty early in his career. I mean, he's pretty, to be honest, for like, you know, to be calling it that much of a quits. Like he, like, you know, there was something different. He was already tired of it in the Bills. It's already took a time to cook. That's why I'm saying that I think past this year, if that happens, I feel like he will turn into a Diggs. He will. After the season, if we have the same type of year and Dak does the same couple stunts, I do see that. I do. I do. That's what I was talking about.
Oof. Well, let's hopefully see how it goes.
Let's hope that's not the case, and I really do hope. For everybody's sake, you know what? I love Elliott's back. Zeke, I love it. I really do. I love the guy. Excuse me, sorry. I love the guy. He's an awesome player. I love his motivation. I love his skills. I mean, I know it's 1 or 2 yards, but I love what he can do, and I love that he doesn't give up. I want to give it the duel back here and say Dak and Zeke are back, and I want to see them win us the bowl. I mean, win us the Super Bowl, because that's gonna be what should have happened the first season.
And you know what? When it comes to the Zeke, talking about Zeke, he is confident and he is happy that he is back with the Cowboys. Very happy. And that's something like, hey, he knows, he's expecting to go for a ring. Definitely.
I mean, you know, definitely.
And the man deserves it. The man plays his heart out for Dallas. That guy's going to retire a Cowboy.
I feel like no one deserves it more than Zeke. I mean, the energy, what he's given to the organization. And me as a fan, I appreciate that what he's given. He's giving it his all. Yes, he went with another team for a while, and look, he came back, and no hard feelings. No, I love this organization. Yes, you know, I just love his energy. I love that he loves this team, and he's willing to break his leg for it, because he would play hurt. And that's another good thing about maybe him leaving for a while, because we didn't give him that chance to, you know, heal. He didn't give himself that chance, probably, you know, with us, because because he wanted to be out in there.
Belichick gave him that chance out of spite, but
well, you know what? That's our game. That's our game. That's our game.
That's our game.
That's our game.
That's our game.
You know what? That he helped us in that run.
Yeah.
You know what? He helped him heal and still get paid. Thank you, Bill Belichick.
You helped out the Cowboys.
Thank you.
He's probably like, wait a minute, shaking his fist to the sky.
Oh, talking about Bill Belichick. I mean, if he doesn't get hired this year, that's the thing. That's the reason why I was gonna bring up too. I feel like that's why McCarthy's too in a even hotter seat, because I feel that they already have his replacement.
Oh, so you feel they already have a? I don't think it's gonna be Belichick. So like I've learned that Belichick does not like Dallas at all.
Well, I mean, Jones was certainly, they were putting him right there to.
Oh, that's right the case, and welcome to Dallas.
Yeah, because I feel like they were already looking like they wanted to give him the job, but they already said like McCarthy can keep his job. So I feel like they were just trying to like, McCarthy, you want to quit? Like they're just looking at him, but of course McCarthy doesn't want to leave the Cowboys, especially in this circumstance. He wants one last chance to redeem himself.
Yeah.
Because if he goes out like this, I don't think anybody's gonna give him a job.
I think the redeem himself and prove to himself that he ain't one trick pony.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This was your time to prove, and who better than with the Cowboys? So he did a smart decision going over here.
Yeah.
Gotta make it happen though. There's a lot of hot seats, and there's a lot of things. And this is a year for it's fans to sit back and let finally the people in the organization sweat it out and make them prove themselves, because a lot of people are on the hot seat.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of people already know that it's time for them to prove themselves, because either way, after this, I don't think Dak, if he doesn't prove himself this, who's going to pick him up? A lot of people say he's the number. It's time to go ahead and see who's going to go ahead.
Or maybe this is the reason why they haven't put in Trey Lance. He is a replacement. They just haven't put him in yet. They're just going to let that guy play his contract out.
Maybe so.
That's a lot of rumors, a lot in the air, a lot of cheese.
A lot of things, a lot of you know what? We'll see. But a lot of things need to. This season is a lot of a lot of people need to prove themselves.
Yeah, it's going to be a very proven team,
and for their own good.
It's going to be a lot of proving. It's going to be very tough.
Yeah.
For both our teams, the Cowboys and the Texans, to prove that they are the teams that they say they are.
One, because they're new, and another one because we need to get that.
Yeah, we had that drought.
Yep.
That long drought.
Yeah. I mean, we need to. Yeah.
Wow.
It needs to happen.
Yeah, it needs to happen.
Yeah. It needs to happen. And you know what? It's been so long. You need to win 2 at a time. Do a whole back to back.
Not I feel like the last Cowboys win kind of feels like a fever dream. Like it never happened. That's how long ago it's been.
And we've been right there. We've been like tickling.
Yeah.
We've been right there.
We've been knocking.
We've been right there. Yeah. We knock, we go in, and then we come out. We're not going, but
no, they get nervous and they walk away.
I'm
6 6 on the other side.
But
no.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We gotta see.
Oh yeah. Well, before we go into our final segment, our favorite segment of the show, let's give one more shout out to our sponsors. Apogee Comics, the best in independent comic books. If you're looking for a great read, make your next comic book Apogee. Visit Apogee Comics all throughout social media and on their website at www.apogeecomics.com.
And Rick's Auto Shop for all your auto repair needs.
Located on Indiana Street in Brownsville. Now, our favorite segment of the show, Ponte Pilas, and this is Mijo, where we give our award and our rant and opinion on Quien se pone pilas, and yes, it's Mijo. Now, what do you want, the good news or bad news, my brother?
Let's go with the bad news.
Well, you know what? Let's reverse it. Let's go with the good news.
All right, you got it.
Well, that's what Mijo award for this week goes to. Can I get a little drum roll, my brother? The Dallas Mavericks.
Ooh, well deserved. Beating that number 1 spot seed team, Thunders.
Apparently it was Thunder, but pretty much just turned out to be a loud fart.
Thunder got nothing on Mavs there.
Yeah. Hey, hey, honestly, it's like we said before earlier on when the season started.
Yes.
And even at that, towards the middle and towards before the playoffs, that this team was playoff bound.
Oh yes.
Every time we see the stats, every time we see the standings, we're always like, this team is playoff bound and possibly finals bound.
Oh yeah. Mavs, man,
we were hoping the Rockets would be right there, but unfortunately they fell short.
I know. Rockets should have been. At least they should have been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But Mavs have been doing phenomenally. They've been doing great. They beat the number one team, although I don't feel that they beat the number one team it's to quarter strength as to the number one team that they need to beat. I think that's going to be the Timberwolves, and we'll go ahead and see a preview of that tonight. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, once again, like we said it before, Minnesota ain't no joke.
I feel like we said it. Timberwolves is the obstacle that they need.
Yeah.
After that, I say they're home free.
It's gonna be smooth sailing. Not to disrespect the other teams, but I feel it's gonna be a little bit more easier for them to dominate.
Exactly. I feel like Timberwolves and the Mavs got. I'm sorry, they got it.
Yeah. I'm not saying that as a biased Texas fan in general.
No.
I'm saying that in general as a team, that this team is solid.
Oh, and we're not being wrong because the Timberwolves, if they win, I feel like they'll take it all the way through.
Yeah.
I feel like whoever wins out of this is going to be the champs.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I agree completely.
So I feel like this is the championship.
It is. It's going to be a slugfest, and it might go down to the wire.
Yep.
Yeah, it might go down to the wire. It might go to Game 7.
I'm eager to see Luka adapt because that's what he did in the last series. He adapted, he got more focused on rebounds and assists.
Yeah.
Even though pulling, some 20 some points, it's still 20 some points.
Yeah.
It wasn't the 34, 35 consistent that he always gets, or the 30s. But he adapted. They attacked him, they covered him more, and he adapted. So I'm eager to see how he adapts to the Timberwolves, and if he adapts correctly, or enough to get him those wins.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll find out the game tonight, and let's go Mavs.
Definitely.
Now, for the Ponte Pilas, this award goes to not a player, but an official of Laz Diaz.
That guy.
That umpire. Oh, I got a bone
Let's make him famous.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick with that guy.
Hey, post a picture of him on our webpage. Este vato.
He drives a Jetta. No, I'm joking.
Address, phone number.
No, we're not reducing violence here. But when it comes to admitting that you're wrong,
he drives a Chevy.
A Fiat. No. But I was saying, when it comes to being an umpire, being a baseball big man, you're in charge of not only one team, in charge of two teams and a whole game. Now, if you're wrong, admit that you're wrong.
Exactly.
Because doing what he did to Blanco,
that's dirty.
That's dirty.
Yeah.
Injustice, and it makes not only yourself look bad, but other umpires look bad as well. And the fans upset as well too.
I just the handling. There's so many things he could have done.
Yeah,
I feel like there's so many other things he could have done before he went there. I feel like what he did was the most drastic thing.
Yeah.
To the most non-existent thing that he could have done.
And not having a sticky substance. Hey, okay, you thought you had a sticky substance and all that. Make sure. Yeah. Make sure that the substance is hey, you know what? You deserve to be suspended. Exactly. You deserve that fine. Because he got fined as well, too. I forgot to mention earlier. He got a fine. On top of the thing getting suspended, he got a fine as well.
Of course.
Yeah, as well.
And like you said, you can't fight it because what if you fight it?
It's gonna, and the team needs him. Yeah. He's one of the top pitchers right now that the Astros have.
I mean, it's just a shame.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
And then, like you said, I think the most important thing with no proof, because where's the proof?
Yeah.
And he can't fight it, and you can't fight it.
They didn't check his other hand.
Exactly. There's no proof.
Yeah.
There's nothing to go ahead and collaborate. Just like good or bad, it's not good or bad. They don't have any proof.
Yeah. So for me, when it comes to umpires, hey man, at times they call it, at times they don't call it. This guy really dropped the ball. And he made not only the umpires look bad, he made the MLB look bad as well too, for not defending Ronald Blanco. But hey, like a champ, like a G, he's taking it as a team member, and I know he's going to come back and he's going to help out these guys.
And in circumstances like this, have umpires ever gotten punished?
No, they've been wrong, and they admit afterwards that we were wrong. Like, for example, I think there was one the Yankees, him and the umpire they had an issue. It wasn't this guy. I wouldn't be surprised if it was that guy. But they had an issue, and they're like, okay, I'll be quiet and all that. But there was a fan behind him that shouted something, and the umpire thought it was him, and he threw the manager out. But he didn't even say anything. It was a fan behind him. And you can see the fan's mouth saying something.
Yeah.
And he threw him out. And he stood on that. Oh, no, he said something. I already had,
When you even see him.
Yeah. It wasn't even him.
Yeah.
It wasn't even him. And he still threw him out. Like, there's certain umpires that, they just...
Power gets to them.
Yeah. Well, there was one time, there was this umpire, they didn't say his name. He made a bad call. And the guy who plays music up there, and it's not part of the game, the stadium. He plays Three Blind Mice. And the umpire's like, oh, get out of here. I'm like, bro, he's not part of the team. He doesn't work for the team. He's trying to throw out the sound guy, really?
Get me another DJ.
Yeah. Like, get him out of here. Like, what?
Bring in DJ Khaled.
But you know what I mean? It's just, God, it's like, they wanted, I don't know why they're so hard-headed to admit that they were wrong.
Another one.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, bro, just admit you were wrong. Just admit that you were wrong and you made a bad call against them.
I mean, I think that's one of the hardest things, and I think that they wouldn't want to say that they're wrong, even though they know that they are. And
it just shows a bias towards the Astros.
I know what reason. I mean, he just went full drastic, to the fullest extent.
Yeah.
With no proof, no justification.
Yeah. And what happened with those other two pitchers as well? Come on, you know what I mean? You tell them to wash their hands and get a new glove. A los dos. But our guy, you give him, you throw him out, 10-game suspension plus a fine. I can't wait till he comes back this Sunday. I can't wait. I think not this Sunday. This Sunday's, I think, the last of his suspension. I think it's Monday that he comes back.
Monday?
And then look into it. But that's besides the point. Ponte pilas, Las Diaz. Be a true umpire, and also admit that you're wrong. Exactly. Well, guys, that wraps up another chock-full episode of Tailgate 956. Once again, I'm Rene Garza Jr.
And I'm Freddie Guevara.
And we'll see you at the next Tailgate. My brother, let's go watch some Stros, kick some butt.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That game's going to be nice.
I'm going to move some wings. You want some wings?